Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman, and I just wanted to go on live, and I seen Sister Sunshine's video of her walking her dog. This is great. I really miss this stuff, and all the gossip. I don't know anybody anymore. I haven't been on in quite some time, been doing the other things, and so I'll fill you in a bit. But first, what I'd like to do is read one of my favorite authors. And as you all know, it's Joseph Campbell, still to this day. And I think I'll go over a little bit about how I've made it work with the pots, telling the story, right? So this is his famous quote. And a lot of times you won't find the reference to this famous quote by Joseph Campbell. It's on page 25 in his book, Hero with a Thousand Faces. So if you get this book, it's a great book. It's a great old-timey book. And so a lot of times they will post this Joseph Campbell quote, but they never put a reference. So, yeah, Hero with a Thousand Faces, page 25. Furthermore, we have not even to risk the adventure alone, for the heroes of all time have gone before us. The labyrinth is thoroughly known. We have only to follow the thread of the hero path. And where we had thought to find an abomination, we shall find a god. And where we had thought to slay another, we shall slay ourselves. And where we had thought to travel outward, we shall come to the center of our own existence. And where we had thought to be alone, we shall be with all the world. And to me, that's just beautiful. So when I started the pottery business, I kind of wanted to combine what I studied in mythology, world religion, ancient Near Eastern texts, biblical literature, the classics, Greek mythology, the writings of Homer, beautiful epics, and put them all in some way and grow something in with the pots, right? So I've been trying to do that, and I've been trying to grow a community, and it's worked out fairly decent. And so some were asking how the Christmas show went. Christmas show was fun. So this is my very first Christmas show. This shed is now paid for by the pots. The pots from the fall show paid for this shed, and it's now paid off. And the money from the pots from the Christmas show will insulate this shed. So I had a guy come down and look at it already, and so that's a good thing. And I wish I would have had more time to make more pots and do them in a more artistic way and spend more time on them, on the collection, than I did. I only had a month turnaround from the fall show to the Christmas show, and it went kind of fast, so I had to make up a body of work plus work full time. So I still work in manufacturing at the paper towel factory, and they pay me way too much to leave, and I have some seniority and years in down there, years in the 401k and investments and all that baloney to just leave. But I've been making some nice pots on the side, and I'm pretty happy about where that's going. So it's not quite there yet. I'm always trying to improve the work and gather ideas, build community, and build the story, right? Because you need a good story along with good work. And if you have good work and a good story, you could sell pots out of a manure pit at a farm, right? They'll come find you. So one of the things that I did was I went on my page and I asked viewers what they would like and what forms they would like to see. So they gave me a lot of feedback and they told me a bunch of different things. And one of them was vases, another one was mixing bowls, and another was batter bowls. So I made up a whole bunch of each, and it was a lot of fun. So I set up the shed. I had pine boughs in here. It's all cleared out now. They wiped me out. First day was very busy. Second day, nickel and dime, trickled in. Same for third day. And I sold a lot of work. So these shelves were fairly filled up, and this is just leftover stuff. I need to have a conversation with these pots here to find out why they didn't sell. And when I find that out, many of these pots will go to the local consignment shops and art stores. So there's a few handmade art stores that I support and a co-op. So that's kind of nice. So all these pots will get a second chance. I burned up a shelf of mugs and it hurt me real bad. I think I fit 18 mugs to a shelf in the gas kiln. And I overfired it trying something out, and the cone melted way fast. What happened was I was compensating for the gas for being cold on the PSI, because you have to put water on the tanks to warm up the tanks so they don't freeze up, prevent freeze up. And my regulator was freezing up, and it wasn't. So like you have to compensate. So you turn it up, it'll stick. You got to turn it up a little bit more. What happened was I had 15 minutes on the cone. It was starting to drop, like just from the habits of firing the kiln so much. I know how long it takes to drop at that rate at that PSI of gas, BTUs of gas. And I went in the house to get a coffee, to come back, to wait for the last few seconds, and then shut it down. Well, I came back, the regulator let loose, and it was blasting heat into there. So the bottom shelf fried the glaze on the mugs, and it was horrible. The clay started boiling. So I didn't know what to do. So I was honest. Went on the page, I said, hey, I got these really bad mugs, and I'm going to give them the hammer. And everybody was like, no, don't do that. And so for $10, they said that they would buy COVID mugs. And I sold them as COVID mugs for $10 a piece. And the page had a lot of fun with it, the Facebook page. So, been doing a lot of work with Facebook community building and also community building on Instagram. So if you follow Creek Road Potter on Instagram, I should be over there and you can see the work. So I saved one back for my helper. She was unable to attend this show and help out, but she's a great worker and came off the farm like me, and very dependable, hardworking. So I try to hire her for everything, and I pay her real well. She helped me with the fall show, and she's working with the post office, so she didn't get time to work here. But for the Christmas show, so I saved a picture out for her, and I'll show it to you here. This blue came up really nice for the whole show. I had a blue Christmas. So this is a picture I saved out for her as a gift, and hopefully she'll like it. It's a pretty decent size, and I can't see your comments if you're commenting. Let's see here. So I'm getting used to this whole thing. But anyways, so I have this to give to her later this week. And so I'll give you a tour. I'll give you a tour of what this place is. And that's the thing. It's not decked out like it was because this is post-show. So if you want to see some images of the inside and what it looked like, you could go over on the Instagram of Creek Road Pottery and check it out, right? And just say hi over there. Or you can come to Facebook if you got Facebook. But so this here is the shop, and that's the door. I got work here to go out. So that's sitting on the table, so you come in. That's my tree. That tree was donated by a Creek Road Pottery fan. So my fans donated 3 trees. I had to turn down 2, put this one up. Also, the bulbs on this were donated by fans of the page. They turned out beautiful. I had a blue Christmas, so I had pine boughs. I had all these pine boughs that you see here in behind the shelves with the blue to add a Christmas theme to it. And then my cousin came down and she put in some home decor items. These shelves are filled with pots. So the things that are left over are orders that need to go out, and also some shape bowls here that need to go out. So what I tried to do with these batter bowls, just to talk a bit about it, I made a lip underneath here, and I put texture into here. I tried pressing, some turned out better than others. I tried pressing a pine bough into here to get the effect, you know, and tried wiping it back with iron oxide and glaze. It kind of worked, but I think people wanted, this guy's here because people wanted a more defined image, I think, and he was kind of small. This guy here, he was $55, but you know, you could make a nice pancakes with that. So then I had that, and then I had mugs, ton of mugs, and then the pitchers. But so this over here, so I had a brewer, I can't even say that. China cabinet here kind of thing with pots on it. My tree was over here. This is some stuff my Aunt Joan made. And these here are cuter than a bug's ear. These here are mug cozies, right? Mug cozies. So you put this around your mug, and these buttons are buttons that I made. Can you see that? Being a moron here. Yeah, right there. So I made these buttons, and my Aunt Joni made the cozies. And these hook around mugs. And so they were kind of cute. My Aunt Joni was like, "Hey Al, you know, like, what kind of stuff should I make?" And I said, "Well, anything that Mrs. Davis would enjoy." So Mrs. Davis is my avatar, my avatar of the ideal buyer, my customer. So if I make things that melt Mrs. Davis's heart, she'll fork over some money. And so I made I had my Aunt Joan make a bunch of those. And that worked out nice. And then she made some placemats for Christmas. And so it was like a really nice show. And I was very humbled by how many people showed. Some people drove 2 hours one way to get here, and for this show, I was in with collaboration. This was like a Christmas trail in collaboration with other area businesses, so people could drive from place to place, and it was really nice. But I found probably 75% of the people just came for me when they came here. So I was able to pull my own customer base from the page, and the pots were able to get them up here. 2 hours one way for two people, and I was almost brought to tears. Like, that was very refreshing. But so then somebody donated cookies, and so that was very kind. And the community is getting larger. So I think ideally what I would like to do is to have maybe 4 shows here a year, and then see how that goes. I didn't think that local would be as big as it is. I sold on Etsy for a little while. It was a lot of work because you had to deal with search engine optimization all the time to rank in the searchings. So then I found out and I learned that from reading books and things, it's far more important to build your own community. It takes longer, of warm buyers from the ground up. And they will support you and they will be there for you, and they will, have fun on the page and interested in what you're doing. You can show them what you're doing, get them excited about what you're doing. And then together it builds the pottery. So this isn't my pottery. This is work from the people that support me, because they paid for this shed. The pots paid for this shed. So it's always important to have good work first, and then be able to connect and tell your story to people so that they become a part of your story and they can participate. So a lot of times I'll ask them to participate in different ways, like maybe name a glaze, or help me design a mug, and then you win a free one. So that's always been a lot of fun. I try to do giveaways, and then I try to give to the community. I do a lot of charity work, so I'm not here to talk about what I do, but I do take part of the money and give it back to the community. So with that being said, my next show is, I think, March. I'm doing something different at the co-op. Those are going to be raku pots. Now, man, this is a long video. So your comments come up, but they just like disappear, and I can't read them all. So I'll get back to you if I can. So my beliefs, because before I left, I was pretty anti-fundamentalist, anti-evangelical, because I got hit bad. I got burnt bad. I still am. I'm agnostic, meaning I don't know. At the same time, I don't want to connect with atheist extremism, because I don't want to become an anti-fundamentalist, right? So a lot of times when people leave, and they're very upset, they leave one form of fundamentalism or extremism, and they gravitate to the other side, and they do that. But me, I love the literature. I love ritual, because it's all important. And I see religion and belief as an art form, like song, dance, music, and it's very powerful, and you can do a lot with it. And it combines community, and that's what I like now. And so I appreciate all of that. I still read a lot, still do a lot of biblical studies on the side when I'm not doing the pots, and I still think about that and think about how the metaphor and ritual and community and storytelling, all that combined, how can it influence the work and the community that's around me? And how can I build that and attract the right kind of people so that they can help me make pots and enjoy the pots themselves? So that's where I'm at right now. So I don't attend church. My sister's Presbyterian. I don't mind going there once in a while when I visit her, but I just see the Lord still as big government, being nosy, telling you what to do, very legalistic, and I don't know, but I do enjoy the literature, and I do enjoy his library and his music and everything that goes with it. So, how I got started on this whole idea about when everything changed. I read Man's Search for Meaning back in July. I was having a real bad time, and mentally, like I wasn't sure what direction I should take with the pots. I was tired out, kind of got burned out, right, from working and all that kind of stuff. COVID was happening, and I took some downtime, and then I found that book, and in that book. It told me that sometimes you shouldn't wait for something. You need to start creating your own story and build off that. So that's what I started doing, and it worked. So that was a really good book. Well, so there's a little bit of an update. I had a really good Christmas show, mostly sold. A lot of people came day one on Friday. Day two, they kind of streamed in, same for day three, but I made decent revenue, and everybody came for the huge mixing bowls. One lady bought 3 of them, so it's like one of my highest priced items. I was really happy about that. At the time, I was scared too because I didn't know what I was going to put in their place because I didn't have huge amounts of inventory. So there it is, friends. Take care of yourselves, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.